Some songs mention a love that slipped away, a girl who taught him pain, and the one he prays for but can't reach anymore. One track even references a road lined with butterflies, which fans instantly connected to Selena's known butterfly tattoos and her rare beauty symbol. Hey Juicy Besties, welcome back to Celeb Juices, your go-to channel for everything bold, shocking, and dripping with the latest celebrity juice. Before we dive in, shout out to our amazing juicers helping us grow closer to our goal of 1,000 subscribers. You guys are the reason we can keep spilling this level of Hollywood juice every single day, and trust me, today's cup is overflowing. So, let's get into it. The internet is buzzing because whispers say Justin Bieber has been sending low-key, secret messages to his ex, Selena Gomez, and it's happening at the worst possible time for Hailey. With baby Jack just a few weeks old, Hailey is reportedly exhausted, emotional, and overwhelmed, while Justin's music and social media posts have fans speculating that he's feeling nostalgic, or maybe even regretful. The timing couldn't be worse, and fans are asking the big question: is Justin really ready to see Selena walk down the aisle, or is he quietly trying to stop it? Stick around, because in this video, we're unpacking everything: the lyrical clues, Hailey's behind-the-scenes stress, the fan theories lighting up the internet, and the emotional storm brewing inside the Bieber household. And trust me, by the end, you'll have to decide for yourself: is Justin haunted by his past, or is this all one big misunderstanding? The lyrics that started it all. Let's start where the drama exploded: Justin's latest album. On the surface, it sounds like a blend of heartbreak, growth, and faith. But juicers, his die-hard fans, are convinced the deeper meaning is much more personal. They've dissected every lyric, every tone, every pause, and what they found is giving major Selena energy. Some songs mention a love that slipped away, a girl who taught him pain, and the one he prays for but can't reach anymore. One track even references a road lined with butterflies, which fans instantly connected to Selena's known butterfly tattoos and her rare beauty symbol. These aren't coincidences, at least not to the fandom that has followed Justin and Selena's emotional rollercoaster for over a decade. And here's where things get intense. The album dropped almost exactly when Selena's engagement headlines hit. To some fans, it looked less like timing, and more like a reaction. They think Justin's art was actually a quiet scream for attention from the one person he could never fully let go of. Now, that's wild enough on its own, but what makes this even juicier is how Justin promoted the songs. Late-night posts, cryptic captions, a couple of old photos resurfacing online. Nothing directly saying Selena, of course, but fans are pros at decoding clues. One lyric talked about the one who got away watching me fade, and within minutes, #Justin still loves Selena started trending. And juicers, you know how it goes: one spark, and the whole internet catches fire. But how is Hailey taking all this? That's where the story turns from speculation to something much more emotional. Hailey under pressure. Imagine this: you're up all night caring for a newborn, barely sleeping, juggling feedings, diapers, and hormones. On top of that, your husband's album drops, and suddenly the internet thinks half the songs are about his ex. That's exactly what Hailey Bieber has reportedly been facing. Sources close to the couple claim Hailey's been feeling the strain, physically and emotionally. She's said to be trying to manage brand work, motherhood, and a marriage constantly under public scrutiny. Fans have noticed she's been quieter online, posting fewer selfies and brand updates, which they take as a sign of deeper stress. And honestly, can anyone blame her? Some fans say they feel bad for Hailey, seeing her push through sleepless nights and still smile for the cameras. Others, though, think the tension between her and Justin has been growing behind the scenes, especially if he hasn't publicly shut down the rumors linking him back to Selena. One insider allegedly told a tabloid that Hailey feels disrespected when the world assumes Justin's heart still belongs to someone else, and that she's tired of constantly competing with a ghost. It's heavy stuff, juicers. And it's not the first time Hailey's been in this position. For years, her marriage has been scrutinized as a rebound, or replacement, even though she's stood by Justin through his mental health battles and industry pressure. But if you thought things were intense now, wait until you hear what's been happening on Justin's social media. Because that's where the situation truly exploded. Justin's cryptic posts. Justin Bieber has a long history of using social media as an emotional outlet, sometimes intentionally, sometimes not. He'll post a quote about lost love, a song clip about forgiveness, or even just a vague caption like, "Not everything fades," and fans go wild. Recently, one of those posts featured lyrics about missing a chance to make things right, and within hours, the internet was convinced it was about Selena. Another track he teased had imagery of sitting alone by a lake, haunted by memory, which fans linked to a well-known paparazzi photo of Justin crying by a lake years ago during his breakup with Selena. The reactions were instant. TikTok detectives compared lyrics, synced timelines, and even noticed that some of Justin's moods seemed to align with major Selena life events, like her engagement news. And if you think that's reaching, well, that's exactly what fan culture thrives on. Ambiguity is fuel, and every little detail becomes a headline. So of course, it didn't take long before rumors started claiming Hailey had confronted Justin behind the scenes. Reports say she asked whether his lyrics were just emotional expression or deliberate. Like, did he know how they'd be interpreted? Did he intentionally drop clues to stir buzz and help the album perform better? That's a tough conversation for any couple, especially one living under a microscope. But it raises the question, when does art stop being personal therapy and start being public chaos? Juicers, what do you think? If your partner released an album full of lyrics that people thought were about their ex, how would you handle it? Drop your take in the comments. Team Hailey or Team Justin's artistic freedom? The industry strategy theory now. Let's get into the industry angle, because some insiders believe this entire situation might be less emotional and more strategic. Controversy sells, and whether intentional or not, a few accidental lyrics can spark months of media attention. Critics argue that Justin's team might have leaned into the Selena narrative to boost streams and engagement. After all, we've seen it before, artists turning heartbreak into headlines, knowing fans will dissect every syllable. But here's the flip side. That kind of strategy can have real emotional consequences, especially for someone like Hailey, who's just entered motherhood and is trying to protect her peace. It's a double-edged sword. Public curiosity equals streams, but it also means more scrutiny. One marketing expert even told a podcast that Justin's rollout feels intentionally mysterious, almost like it was designed to keep fans guessing who he's singing about. Whether that's true or not, it's hard to deny the results. The internet hasn't stopped talking since. But the emotional toll can't be ignored. Sources say Hailey feels trapped between being supportive and feeling like collateral damage in Justin's artistic expression. It's a tough line to walk, especially when you're constantly compared to your husband's most famous ex. Still, not everyone sees Justin as the villain here. Some fans argue he's just processing old pain through music, and that it's unfair to police his creativity. But when that art becomes a headline about your marriage, it's no longer just lyrics. It's your life. The fandom firestorm. Here's where things get even wilder. The fans. You guys know how intense fandoms can be, protective, emotional, sometimes obsessive. The Bieber and Gomez fan bases have been at war for years, and this album reignited that feud like gasoline on a flame. Selena's supporters accuse Justin of emotionally manipulating the public. Bieber fans defend him as misunderstood. And Hailey's fans, smaller but loud, are demanding that people let the woman breathe. Every lyric becomes ammunition in this digital battlefield. Some fans even compiled evidence, like timestamps of Justin's posts matching Selena's milestones, or photos where he wears old jewelry supposedly tied to their relationship. It's messy, it's chaotic, and it's pure 2025 internet energy. And through it all, Hailey's been trying to keep things calm. Her reps issued statements reminding the public that the marriage is strong, that she's focused on being a new mom, and that Justin's music shouldn't be viewed as secret messaging. But you know how that goes. Once fans smell juice, PR statements barely make a dent. And this brings us to the human side of it all. The human cost of celebrity. It's easy to forget that behind the headlines, these are three people navigating real emotions. Justin's history with Selena was long, public, and painful. Selena herself has been open about healing from emotional trauma and focusing on her peace. Justin has talked about his own struggles with mental health and identity. And Hailey, stepping into all of that history, has spent years defending a love that many fans refused to believe in. Now add a newborn to that mix. Parenthood changes everything. Sleepless nights, shifting priorities, new insecurities. It's the perfect storm for tension, even in a private marriage, let alone one watched by millions. It's not always grand betrayals that cause cracks. Sometimes it's exhaustion, pressure, and the echo of public judgment. So when fans say Justin looks distant or Hailey looks tired, maybe it's not drama. Maybe it's just life, magnified by fame and fueled by gossip. But that doesn't stop the public from speculating, and it certainly doesn't stop the algorithm from rewarding it. What happens next? So where does this go from here? If this is just a temporary storm, it might blow over as quickly as it began. A few new appearances, a new project, and fans will move on to the next big scandal. But if the speculation keeps growing, we might see a very public clarification, maybe an interview, or even a new song directly addressing the rumors. Some believe Justin might eventually make a public statement defending Hailey or explaining his creative inspiration, while others think silence is his best move. Either way, the damage may already be done. Once people believe a narrative, it's nearly impossible to change it. But here's what's undeniable. This story proves just how intertwined celebrity, fandom, and emotional storytelling have become. Art, love, heartbreak, and PR, all blending into one ongoing soap opera that the world can't stop watching. The juicy takeaway. At the end of the day, juicers, Justin's music might be inspired by real emotion, but that emotion affects real people. Hailey deserves peace and privacy as a new mom. Selena deserves space to move forward without constant comparison. And Justin deserves the chance to grow without every lyric being weaponized. Still, the question remains, is Justin truly over Selena, or is he quietly wrestling with a past he can't escape? Is Hailey strong enough to handle the storm, or will this pressure finally force the Biebers to take a break from the spotlight? Let's talk about it in the comments. What do you think? Is this nostalgia, PR strategy, or something deeper? And before you go, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to Celeb Juices, and turn on that bell so you never miss the next deep dive. We've got another video coming up about Selena's engagement and the mysterious way Justin's been reacting behind the scenes, and trust me, that one's even juicier. Thanks for watching, my juicy besties. Until next time, keep sipping that juice, because in Hollywood, there's always more bubbling beneath the surface.